Hi friends, maintaining good vocal health, one of the most important lessons we've got today. Stick around. Today we're exploring crucial aspects of vocal health, addressing common misconceptions and potentially controversial topics. While I have conducted extensive research for this video, and I've consulted with a friend of mine, John, who is a world-renowned epidemiologist and expert in this field, it is essential to remember that I am not a medical professional. The information that I'm going to present here should not replace advice from a qualified healthcare provider. Always consult with a doctor before making any medical decisions. Don't base your health off YouTube. Please remember, I'm an opera singer and a teacher. I am not a doctor, and this is guidance. I'm hoping that I can inspire you to look a little bit deeper about some of these issues, and I would hate to think that anyone is going to change their medication on anything I say. Also, I do refer you to my video on being a smart singer. When you need to sing but are unwell, please do not make such an issue out of it that you disturb the performances of your colleagues. If you can sing, you sing. Take the careful measures you need to give your best performance and remain professional. Maintaining good vocal health presents unique challenges for us opera singers and all singers. Unlike instrumentalists who can store their instruments in cases, we carry ours around with us constantly. While singers are sometimes mocked for precautions like the wearing of scarves or the carrying and hoarding of water bottles, these are analogous to the measures an instrumentalist would take to protect their instrument in demanding environments. It's a misconception that coddling the voice is the best approach. The voice is remarkably robust, and a fulfilling, active life contributes to an engaging artistic presence. Interesting people make interesting singers. However, neglecting vocal health can lead to long-term problems. Physical fitness is paramount. Singing, especially opera, demands significant physical exertion. A consistent fitness routine, including cardio and resistance training, is essential. Walking is an excellent starting point. I'm a huge fan of yoga, and I believe all singers would benefit from its practice. Prioritize a healthy diet, minimizing processed foods. To maximize your potential, consider eliminating all processed foods from your diet. Why not? You don't need them. Certain substances can impact vocal health. Alcohol, coffee, and tea can dehydrate the vocal cords. Whilst I enjoy these in moderation, I'm a complete coffee nut, I exercise caution. I never drink coffee in the afternoon. And I'm always careful before a performance. At college, I had a friend and a fellow student who was reduced to being almost voiceless because he existed on a diet of cola and potato chips, or crisps if you're in the UK. This is important. Contrary to popular belief, dairy consumption does not increase mucus production. Studies have suggested that excess dairy may thicken existing mucus in the stomach, but this is so negligible as to be not worth considering. Dairy does not make you bunged up in your throat. It really doesn't. So you can enjoy dairy without guilt. I eat healthy, full-fat Greek yogurt and local honey every day. Okay, reflux. One of the most important things we've got to talk about. So many of us get this wrong and don't understand. Reflux is a massive problem for so many singers, but it is crucial to understand that incorrectly self-treating reflux can exacerbate the problem. Gastroesophageal reflux occurs when stomach acid flows from the stomach into the esophagus, causing irritation and potentially disastrous vocal damage. A little disclaimer. There are certain types of reflux, such as Barrett's esophagus, that I will not discuss here. This sort of reflux often requires surgical intervention, and I don't want you to take any advice from me if you are being diagnosed with this sort of reflux. Just listen to your doctor, okay? Back to the video. Many individuals turn to antacids, Renes, indigestion tablets, and more concerningly, PPIs, protein pump inhibitors, omezapyl, lansoprazole, the Oprols. However, in the vast majority of cases, acid reflux is caused by too little stomach acid. The stomach needs acid. It needs an acidic environment. The pH should be around 2, more acidic than lemon juice. I think lemon juice is about 2.9 or something like that. Battery acid is 1. The stomach needs a very high acidic content for proper digestion to break down the food. Low stomach acid can lead to undigested food remaining in the stomach for weeks, which leads to bacterial overgrowth and a weakened lower esophageal sphincter, the LES. Because it is the weakness of this gate, this sphincter, that is causing the acid to flow from your stomach and into your throat area. Proper levels of stomach acidity helps it close. That undigested food can sit in your stomach, growing harmful bacteria, which leads to excess bloating, gas, and a general feeling of uncomfortableness, so-called IBS. It is the acid that breaks down that food and subtracts the important nutrients for good health and energy. The suppression of that acid for short-term easing and the misconception that it is excess stomach acid causing the problem is criminal. The very substance that you need to make the lower esophageal sphincter work well is the very substance that you are attempting to deny it, to remove. Do you see? Silent reflux, when you wake up in the morning with a burnt and a sore throat, it's a vocal killer. Plus, the acidity in the stomach helps fight external pathogens. When I was self-medicating my reflux, firstly with bicarbonated soda and then with PPIs and antacids, I took PPIs, lansoprazole, for 15 years, stupidly. I suffered very badly from colds and flus. My body, the stomach acid, was not equipped to fight the external pathogens that invade us all the while, because my stomach acid was progressively lower. Are you doing this? Is this you? This cycle of negative effects is often perpetuated by misleading information. I experienced this firsthand, as I said. And then I educated myself. I spoke to a food nutritionist, and I was able to get off my PPIs by supplementing my diet with apple cider vinegar. Firstly, I drank it, which had a bad effect on my teeth, and now I take apple cider vinegar tablets and hydrochloric acid tablets with my food. If you do drink apple cider vinegar, try to use a straw so that it goes to the back of the mouth, and always gargle and swill after drink. And be careful of apple cider vinegar gummies, because often they have excess sugar. I can link, I'll try to link if I can, a good tablet down below. I also take a cocktail of vitamins. I take vitamin D and K and magnesium and zinc and vitamin C, etc. And I take them over a long period of time because it takes a period of time for them to work. But the improvement in my life since I have cured my acid reflux, and I have cured my acid reflux, is absolutely incredible. While PPIs, protein pump inhibitors, are essential in certain cases, they are frequently overprescribed without adequate patient education. Plus, many recent studies have indicated serious long-term harm if taken for excessive periods of time. If you suffer from acid reflux, consult a doctor, maybe consult a functional practitioner, and maybe consider having your stomach acids tested. And most importantly, educate yourself as to the actual cause of the reflux. Take care of your gut health. Proper diet, proper health can lead to better gut health, increasing mental alacrity, the so-called brain fog that a lot of people that take PPIs long-term suffer from. It can change your life. Coughs and colds. A cold can strengthen the immune system, but colds can be problematic for us singers when we have performance obligations. A strategic approach to dealing with coughs and colds is essential. Consider the usefulness of cold remedies. Do you need them? The body's natural response, including mucus production, aids in fighting infection. And in most cases, allowing the infection to run its course is the best course of action. A cold and flu tablet can mask the problems, allowing you to continue to work, but can elongate the symptoms. We should be prioritizing rest, hydration, drink more fluids, and diet. Nasal decongestants can help provide temporary relief, but overuse can lead to rebound congestion, where we have terrible congestion for longer because the body is starting to depend on the medicine that you've taken. Antiseptic throat sprays are strongly discouraged as they can cause significant vocal damage if overused. Throat pastilles and chest rubs can provide comfort and ease the mental strain, which is crucial for performance. If we feel better, we can sing better. I've always taken Vocalzone. Avoid coughing. I know it's hard, but coughing exasperates the problem. Even with significant chest infections, try hard not to cough. Cough syrups may loosen the phlegm, but they won't fight the infection. Steaming can be beneficial, but it's vital, please, I want to really, really, really enforce this point. It is vital to avoid steaming for at least 30 minutes before you have to sing. You need 30 minutes for the vocal cords to recover. This is one of the controversial points I'm making because I have witnessed countless occasions when I've seen a singer steaming in the interval of a performance and rushing onto stage minutes later with probably red and tender vocal cords after exposing them to boiling water and steam. And also avoid adding essential oils to steaming water. Controversial again. The American Lung Association says never add essential oils to steam because it can irritate the vocal tract. Essential oils are wonderful things, but they're very powerful, and too often we abuse them. Studies have shown that adding them to steam before inhalation can lead to problems. Use them with care. Right, mucus, phlegm. Remember that mucus is essential in the body's recovery process. It helps trap foreign invaders and it can soothe internal inflamed areas. The problems arise when the body continues to fight the infection for too long and we get excessive mucus problems. That's where sleep and rest and hydration are so important. I do take vitamin D. I'm not certain of its efficacy, but I take it. I take it daily anyway, and when I'm ill, I up the dose a little bit. I drink lots more fluids when I am infected. Think about it. The body needs more fluids to increase mucus production. An ENT specialist once told me that us singers should always sing wet and pee pale. If in the worst outcome I have to take antibiotics, I always take probiotics. I always drink kefir and kombucha anyway. Make it yourself. We do. My wife does. We eat sauerkraut for its bacterial gut help and its probiotic help. A neti pot can be an incredibly valuable tool for good sinus hygiene. For those of you who don't know what they are, I'm going to go and get mine. And here it is, my neti pot. Now, these things are actually sort of yogic, Ayurvedic in many ways, but your grandma or your grandfathers may have used them. I fill it to this line here with warm water. I had I've got a little dosing spoon here of salt, and I stir it so the salt is dissolved. It's basically salt water, and I run it through my sinuses with my head down, and it goes through my sinuses in this way. It's an incredibly valuable tool for good sinus hygiene. After the water is all run through, I never shut my mouth when I'm doing it. If it needs to run through my mouth because I'm blocked, I let it. I'm over a sink. It's not as disgusting as it sounds. After I finish the process, I never aggressively push water from my nose or my sinuses. I never snort aggressively. I just gently move my head from side to side with my forehead down and allow the water access to escape. And I use this when I'm singing, when I'm busy, I'll use it every day. Like I'll brush my teeth, I will use it in the morning and I'll use it in the evening. And proper daily usage of this can lead to better overall sinus health. And of course, when I've got a cold, I might use it many more times. It's a really, really important part of good sinus hygiene, and not enough people use it. A lot of people are squeamish about using it, but I promise you, you bring this into your life, you'll get less colds and you'll feel much better when you do get a cold. It really is important. Now, when I am singing with a cold, I have to rely on proper vocal technique and I try to preserve my energy. I've often sung better with a cold because it forces me to be more disciplined. But when I get a lower respiratory infection, such as bronchitis or some sort of larynx infection, laryngeal infection, I try to avoid singing. It's very hard, but these infections can cause severe vocal damage. I personally have witnessed many singers suffering long-term vocal problems and even permanent voice loss by being forced to sing with laryngeal issues. And if you do lose your voice, don't whisper. Excess air being pushed through inflamed vocal folds is potentially very harmful. Above all, remember that the body's response to infection is essential in defeating the infection. Nothing we do should be allowed to harm that. We can ease the response to help us sing when we need to and make it easier for us, but we must allow the body to recover on its own and to act. It knows best. Rest, sleep, and fluids, these are the best defenses we have. Allergies. Oh my golly gosh, allergies. Hay fever, dust mites, allergy, cat allergy. They're so common amongst us singers. For allergies, I prioritize nasal rinsing over mask use, as masks can easily become contaminated with our hands and become ineffective and even harmful. I really try hard not to sneeze during the beginning of the hay fever period because I don't want to aggravate my sinus area, and I try to avoid rubbing my eyes and rubbing the top of my mouth with my tongue. Loratadine is my preferred hay fever tablet, while others prefer, going to butcher this, fexofenadine or Allegra. I don't take Pyridine or antihistamines because they can lead to drowsiness. Local honey is said to offer some benefits against local allergies, and I take it because I love it. I take it with my yogurt because Greek yogurt and honey has been proven to be very effective combined. I also ask you to consider the possibility that your massive allergic reaction to everything may be exacerbated by stress and maybe psychosomatic. Most of us who suffer from allergies overexpand their reach. I would suggest that it's rather a better strategy to work on minimizing the stress of performing than blaming the cat fur or the dust. Okay, to conclude, by prioritizing a healthy lifestyle, understanding the complexities and the causes and the remedies for reflux better, and managing colds and allergies effectively, us singers can optimize our vocal health and our performance potential. I've got loads more things to talk about, so I would really appreciate a sub to this channel and maybe a like and a share. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.